Namaste, Jai Bharat. Don't you think that Pakistan is getting thoroughly exposed time and again and continuously? Look at Pakistan. I just remember what Major Gaurav keeps repeating that Pakistan is using religion as an ATM machine. And they speak of religion, they speak of the unity of a given religion, all because they wanted to use this religion as an ATM machine to get the best of it. Nothing more. Nothing more. They are not at all religious, which of course is exposed and known to those who are religious. I am very sure of that. Look at the situation in Pakistan. On the one hand, their proposed stand is the unity of a religion, but they don't behave like that because they have backstabbed. They are experts in backstabbing. Backstabbed Afghanistan, and the Afghans know it very well. Afghans are not deceivers. They are straightforward and honest people. Pathans are famous for that. They are upright people. Upright. If it is friendship, it's friendship. If it's enmity, it's enmity. That's the nature of Pathans. Not yesterday, that had been their history. They're upright, straightforward, and clear people, transparent characters. They are not deceivers. But Pakistanis means Punjabis actually. They are great deceivers, and they treat their religion through the Christian as takiya. Takiya is what that they experiment with and improvise upon it and continue doing it. On the one hand, this Pakistan goes. I didn't want to take names, but still, the Field Marshal Munir, he otherwise goes and tells Iran, because these things, of course, Iran said, and Pakistan conveniently refused. Conveniently means their ministers refused, external affairs and defense ministers, they refused. But then Iran said that Pakistan promised them that they will support them in some other ways, whatever ways, to the extent of saying that if we are nuked, we will nuke Israel. That statement went, and the statement was repeated. Actually, it was told by Iran, and then, of course, Pakistan categorically denies it later, but not this person, Munir, someone else. On the first one hand, they don't have nuclear weapons, they never made anything. It's the US who kept some of the nuclear arsenals in the safe custody, quote unquote, of Pakistan, which they were threatening Bharat and other whosoever possible. And everyone in Pakistan believed. That's the problem with those people. They believe irrationally. They think that what they think can come true. Unfortunately, very unrealistic kind of people. And they were threatening everyone that we will put nuclear. And the people in the media, Pakistan TV, not just social media, were just telling, don't Bharat know that we are a nuclear state? We know that you are not a nuclear state. Right from day one, we knew that you are a nuclear state. And our Prime Minister was very clearly told, my Prime Minister very clearly told, stop bullying us with the name of nuclear. Don't use that stupid thing. Of course, after Operation Sindoor, they never spoke of nuclear. They never gave any nuclear threats. Probably some sensible people in Pakistan must have realized that they don't have nuclear arsenal, and whatever they have is not theirs. It belongs to US. And if Pakistan says that they will nuke Israel, you think US will let them do it, even if whatever is left of that? I do not know how much of nuclear power they are left with, and to what extent they are nuclear capable. They don't know anything. They haven't made anything. They haven't even made a 75cc bike engine. They are buying it from someone else. 75cc, just imagine. Whereas normally in other places, people go with 500cc bikes. Or in Bharat, most popular is 350cc bikes. 100cc bikes are for children. But then they use 75cc because of cost. It's cost effective, it's supposed to be, that's it. And they were telling, on the one hand, they are with Iran. On the other hand, they're US, obediently to US. Where do they stand? With all their support for the religious unity, they have already closed the borders of Iran. They are bordering with Iran. And then, the latest news is that they have very secretly told US, this is only again news, is new rumor. Rumor through news. These days, news are mostly rumors, social media. Will give their they'll give their bases to US to operate. Nothing new. Their bases were operated by US against Afghanistan. That is where the Afghanis, the Pathans got bugged. Talking about unity, this thing, that thing, and then when time comes, they backstab. That has been the history. They backstab. They let the US use their facilities to destroy Afghanistan. They're supposed to be friends, neighbors, friends. Then, of course, same religion, same Sunni kind of people. But Iran is, after all, Shia. But then there is a number law which they suppose, they project. To what extent these things are effective is open to you, you can see. And on the one hand, they say they support Iran, but they don't. They are US obediently to US, and Iran realizes it. And Israel also is quite unhappy with Pakistan for lists of reasons, not various, list of reasons. We are not involved in it, but then we are already on a very good friendly terms with Pakistan right from day one. They hate us, we can't help it. We don't hate anyone. We don't hate anyone. We have no hatred towards the entire world because that's our system, that's our religion, that's our culture. We don't hate people. We only react. And the reaction will is something like proaction. That's, of course, a different case. We had been reacting. People used to take Bharat for light because of a nature of peace, loving. We don't want disturbances. We don't want to disturb others and disturb others also. All these things are misunderstood by people as weakness. And now, of course, for the first time in their history, something else they have seen, a different kind of face of Bharat they have seen. We were always like that. We were always like that. Only thing, we didn't have appropriate leadership to get these things done. That's a fact, let me say that. We didn't have appropriate leadership. We had leaderships who loved the nation less and themselves more. But right now we have a leadership who loves the nations more than selves. Self does not exist. Nation first. That's Pujane Guruji's mantra which he teaches us. Rashtra Swaha Idam Namama. So Pakistan is thoroughly exposed. They're neither there nor here. They now Israel is already conned Pakistan. Iran, of course, is thoroughly unhappy with Pakistan for the double standards. Soon, US will also be upset with Pakistan for their double standards. US is supposed to know it. They have good experience with Pakistan. And though they will say US obediently, their only intention is to get money. And China must be thoroughly disappointed because China thought Pakistan could be used. China is an expert people in using others like US. These two are one of a kind. They are nobody's friend. They would like to use others. Only thing, China is not that polished as US is polished. US is well polished because they are democrats and China is not democracy. And China is not that polished, they're rather rough row. So China is thoroughly disappointed with Pakistan. They understand the double game of Pakistan. I think they also must have had an anticipation of how Pakistan would behave in a different situation. Then Iran is upset with them. Afghanistan is already unhappy and upset with them. Then apart from this, they have internal problems. Internal problems begins with the problem of administrative order. That is, who is Pakistan? Is it the army or is it the terrorists who are really having a great say in Pakistan, or the civil elected government or the religious authority? Who and what is Pakistan is a question which no one understands in the world. Of course, how can anyone understand? Because they themselves don't understand this in the world. So the situation in Pakistan is miserable. People understand them, they stand exposed, and in the process of this idiotic politics of Pakistan, they become idiotic because each one is self-centered. Each one wants to grab something and then get away from the land. That's a kind of love they have for their land. They don't call it as motherlands. We who call us as motherland. So that's the kind of affection they have for the land. They don't care for the land because the land is not theirs. They have carved it out from Bharat, which was a gross mistake for them. Actually, it was okay for us because these kind of people, we don't want them to be in Bharat. To a great extent, they have gone. They have their sympathizers in a very, very nominal kind of amount in Bharat. They are some. Because these people are like those people who will use religion as an ATM machine. Others, of course, other people in Bharat don't support such things because they don't use religion as an ATM machine. They rather find religion as a method of transcendence, philosophically speaking. The most people are that. Most people are that. There are very few who would use it as an ATM machine. They would go for they'll become instruments in the hands of Pakistan as well. Otherwise, Pakistan stands self-stultified and defeated in the world, lost their faith. And if they continue like this, and they can't exist because they don't have any revenue, and they have internal contradictions because no one is with them. No one is with the Punjabis in Pakistan. Baluchs are different. Pathans, of course, are already unhappy, and other fractions are already evolving. Those are not precipitated to visibility, but all kinds of internal problems. Army, on the one hand, is different. The civil administration is helpless and helpless, and the Maulavis, of course, I don't know what's in their mind. No one will ever know what's in their mind except their own existence and comfort. And of course, the terrorists who are a different source of fund to the authorities of Pakistan, especially the army and the Maulavis, and to some extent the elected so-called people. So it's a kind of complexity, confusions, and distraction. And their double face is understood everyone. They don't have a straightforward standard. They have multiple standards. We shall meet again with some other thought. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Siya Ram.